Hello friends, I just want to share an experience I had a day before. I went to a mall and I felt like purchasing a chocolate. So I asked the executive over there, where is the section? And he showed me there is a section of chocolates over there. When I went to the section, I started looking at it and I found there are a number of brands available. And they're available in different sizes. And when I looked at it closely, I found that there is a difference in content also. There was a chocolate which had hazelnuts, some had almonds, there were fruits, nuts. So there was a lot of variety available. And then I had a look at the wrapper. So there were some details given over there, how much carbohydrate it has, what are the other contents, how much sugar. So I had a nice understanding of what all things are there. So all in all, what I'm saying is that even for purchasing a thing like a chocolate, I was going through a process. Now, what is that process? The process was that first of all, I screened it. Before purchasing it, I was screening it. What exactly is screening? So when I say screening, it's like a sieve. So I may have broad guidelines. So I just want to buy a chocolate, right? It's a broad guideline. I might say that any chocolate will do. I can give the amount I'm ready to spend on it. Any chocolate in that range will do. But if I want to go into further details, that is making the holes of the sieve a little small, what happens is I'm looking for the contents on it. I'm looking at what exactly is written on it. And then I'm also checking what it costs me. Is it the taste that I like? So what is happening here in this process is we are doing screening of chocolates. We are trying to find out whether this is likely to be useful to me or not. Fine. Now think about it, like we as candidates are also like chocolates. So you might say that I need a management graduate in my organization, and they're all chocolates, right? And chocolates come in all sizes and shapes and different contents and with different tags also. How do I identify them? Now, I have not eaten all the chocolates, right? I was going through the contents, what is written over there. So I was checking the wrappers. So how do I know about my candidate? The only thing that I can read for my candidate is the resume or the CV. So your CV or the resume is something that is a wrapper of that chocolate. Fine? And I'm trying to read it out. What exactly you are. So it's like saying that my professional skill set is on sale. I've got something to talk about it. And hence I can negotiate the CTC for the same. Or I can have the desired profile. And either way, the company can also have the desired profile at the proper budget that is available. So all in all, we understand what screening is. We understand why your CV or resume is important. Fine. So let us look at this particular concept of resume and understand the components of it and how they are likely to be screened, right? So when I was sent to the section of chocolates, I started looking at the brand names of those chocolates. And then I moved on to checking their contents. Then I started looking at the rates. Then I started checking whether it is something that excites me or not, like is that particular taste something I'm looking for or not. So if you look at the important sections of your resume, you have something on the top. So I always say that it's like your human body, right? So it's like saying that you are recognized by your looks, right? What is the first thing that you look at a person? That is the face of a person, fine. Always say that your face, your forehead, and this particular portion, something where your name is written. Think about it from this angle. You're looking at yourself, right? And your name is written over here. So your name and address is here. Think about it, there's a barcode here, right? And the moment you scan it, you've got your name, you've got a date of birth, you've got address. And in these days, we need your social media address also. So maybe you would like to share your email address, your social media addresses as well over there. Now, once that is done, what do I look at a person as? The eyes of a person. And that is something which is the most attractive thing, which actually attracts my attention and anybody's attention. So when I look at the eyes, I'm talking about vision, right? So I'm talking about the aim of that candidate. What is that this particular candidate is looking at in the coming times? So that becomes important to me in my resume, right? Now, once that is done, I move on further and I find that I've got ears, nose, I know what is going on around, right? And so I have accumulated strength for the same. Now, when I say I've accumulated strength, I mean to say that I have enough education. I have done the related courses that are important. So I'm giving strength to my arms. And how did I get that strength? I smelled it, I heard what is important, and then I started accumulating my education. The different courses, professional courses, whatever I've done, that is related because this is how I have accumulated. Now the question that applies over here is, what have I done with that? So when I say what I have done with that, I usually reflect it in my experiences or maybe into the small projects that I have done over a period of time. So what is happening now is, I'm saying that there is an identity, there is a vision, fine, and because I can hear and I can smell, I found all the important things around me and I started accumulating the skill sets required, right? So I have got all these skill sets, I'm armed with it, fine, and hence now I'm saying that I am useful. How have I used it? It is reflected in my experience, so it has to be related. Now further as I move on, I talk about my interests and hobbies, which usually tells us where my heart is. I'm looking for a particular job, that's fine. Probably that is for earning, that is for running my life. But the question is, where does my heart lie? So my heart is shown by the interests or the hobbies that I'm sharing. I might say that I've been involved in a number of activities. So when I say I'm involved in a number of activities, what I'm trying to say is that I am a social being. I've got a lot of people around me. I get involved with people around me. So what I'm showing is that I'm ready to work together in different situations. And in the end, you usually have something known as references. Now, what are references? You know what? When you move around, you leave your footprints. And what we are saying is, whatever you're saying, has anybody seen your footprints? Can anybody refer you? So, all in all, this happens to be a human body. So we understand that everything needs to be synchronized. I cannot have an address here and a vision at a different place, right? My vision, my strength, whatever here and I see, where I walk, all this done together. Your body cannot be at different places at the same time, right? You cannot have your head, heart, your arms, your legs at different places. So your resume has to be synchronized. Whatever you are saying has to be linked together. And this is how you look at your resume. Now, applying the same concept of chocolate screening over here, I may broadly say that if I'm looking at a screen or a sieve with bigger holes, broadly I would say that, okay, fine, I'm looking for a person who has done some particular post-graduation course, and it's fine, I can shortlist that person. If I make it a little more stringent, I might say I need a person for this particular course and must have scored at least this much percentage, plus should have at least so many years of experience at this level. I am making it more robust in nature. So when I screen people, it is the choice of the organization how much detail they want to screen for. So my screen holes may be bigger, it may be smaller as well, right? So probably we are able to understand why your resume is important, what are the important components in our resume, and 3, how they are likely to be screened by the probable employer. Happy learning.